What if I told you that cockroaches aren't just pests, but spiritual messengers? What if their presence in your home has a hidden meaning related to your life, your energy, even your personal evolution? This isn't just any video. Here, you'll discover what your soul needs to know. When these small but powerful insects appear, it's not a superstition. Everything around us, absolutely everything, has a language. And cockroaches also have something to tell you. But are you willing to listen to the big question? Today, you'll not only discover the spiritual meaning of cockroaches, you'll understand what they're reflecting about yourself, your space, and your life. Why do they appear just when everything seems stagnant? Why do they insist on returning again and again? In this video, we'll dive into the symbol, the hidden message, the energy that their presence attracts. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a perspective that probably no one has told you. But first, let me ask you a question. What part of yourself are you avoiding seeing that only a cockroach would dare to point out? The first thing we think when we see a cockroach: disgust, dirty pest. And I don't blame you. We've always been taught that cockroaches are a symbol of dirt, chaos, and neglect. If you see them, it's because something's wrong in your house, right? But what if I told you that's just the surface? That behind that automatic reaction lies conditioning and also a great opportunity for awakening. Because in many ancient cultures, what we call pests today were seen as messengers. For the Egyptians, for example, the scarab beetle was a symbol of rebirth. And although the cockroach doesn't have the same reputation, its adaptability made it worthy of respect. In some native cultures, shamans knew how to read the language of animals. Every creature, no matter how small, appeared with a purpose. It was a reflection of the energy of the moment. And what are cockroaches telling us today when they appear in our homes? Could they be coming to show us something we don't want to see? Could they be alerting us to stagnant energy, repressed emotions, or a cycle that no longer serves us and that it's time to close? The answer is closer than you think and can completely change the way you view your home, your energy, and your life. Get ready, because below we're going to reveal the true spiritual message that cockroaches bring. What no one taught you, but that your soul is ready to hear. Now that you've opened the door to another perspective, let me tell you that cockroaches, from a spiritual perspective, are no coincidence. They are symbols of profound energy, and their appearance is almost always linked to a wake-up call, a message for the soul. First, resilience. The strength that survives everything. Cockroaches have existed for millions of years. They have survived ice ages, cataclysms, and yes, even nuclear bombs. What does that tell you spiritually? Their energy represents your ability to endure, to survive even in the midst of chaos. They are a mirror of your inner strength, that part of you that never dies. When they appear, it can be a sign that you are going through a difficult process, but that you have a strength within you that you may have forgotten. They remind you of this. Second, transformation, the change that is brewing. Cockroaches appear in moments of transition, moves, breakups, emotional crises, changes of direction. Have you ever wondered why at these times? Their presence often reflects that something within you is ready to transform, but you are still resisting it. Perhaps a part of your past no longer fits, an old pattern is repeating itself, or you are in denial about a truth you can no longer ignore. They are not the problem. They are the symptom. They are the uncomfortable nudge to move, to wake up, to clear out what no longer serves you. Third, darkness hides what you don't want to see. Where do they usually appear? In dark places under the sink, behind the closet, behind the refrigerator, in hidden places. Spiritually, this is powerful. They show us what we've decided, old emotions, traumas, toxic habits. What's unseen but still there? Cockroaches are like little messengers telling us there's something pending here, there's blocked energy here. What corner of your life are you avoiding looking at? Fourth, energetic renewal, cleansing, and change of vibe. In many spiritual traditions, when a space is consciously cleansed, the pests disappear on their own. Because there's no longer anything reflecting that dense energy. Cockroaches invite you to renew your vital energy, to purify your home, your body, your mind, even your relationships. It's not just cleaning with a broom, it's cleaning with intention. Fifth, protection, alerting you to negative energies. In some mystical systems, it's said that cockroaches absorb or detect accumulated negative energies. In that sense, they act as spiritual sentinels. And if they appear, it could be something or someone bringing low energy into your home. Have you felt like there have been more arguments, bad dreams, or unexplained tiredness lately? They don't cause it, they reveal it. They're no longer just insects. They're living symbols of what's happening at a deeper level in you and your environment. And now that you know this, you can't look away. The question is no longer how do I eliminate them, but what are they trying to show me? Your home isn't just a space with walls and furniture. It's an energetic field. It's a mirror of what's happening inside you. Everything in it, the order, the chaos, the forgotten corners, the stored objects, is a direct reflection of your emotional, mental, and spiritual state. Your home speaks volumes about you. Have you noticed how the atmosphere of your home changes when you're in a good mood? Or how everything feels heavier when you've had a bad day? This is no coincidence. Every emotion leaves an energetic imprint. It permeates walls, objects, even empty spaces. And cockroaches, as ultra-sensitive beings, react to those vibrations. They appear in areas where there is stagnation, fear, sadness, or unresolved energy. Where do they appear? Review your home's energy map. Where do they usually appear in your home? Always in the same room. In the bathroom, the kitchen, the closet. Each space represents an area of your life. Repetition equals an unresolved message. They come again and again. No matter how much you clean, they return. This is a sign that the message has not yet been understood. It's not enough to eliminate the insect, you have to transform the energetic cause. Cockroaches are not the enemy, they are the messenger. And when the message is integrated, they simply have no reason to be there anymore. Your energy creates your space. Every thought, every emotion, every word you speak contributes to the energetic atmosphere of your home. That's why, when you decide to heal yourself from within, your home also begins to change. It becomes lighter, more harmonious. And the curious thing is that, without you realizing it, things like cockroaches disappear on their own. So before looking for poisons or traps, maybe it's time to look inward, because cleaning your home can be the first step to cleansing your soul. Have you already understood the spiritual symbolism of cockroaches? But now comes the most important question: how to apply it to your own life? How do you know what message they're bringing to you specifically? First, the location is key. Start by observing where they appear most frequently. Each place in your home represents an emotional or spiritual area. In the bathroom, what do you need to let go of? What are you repressing? In the kitchen, are you taking care of yourself? How is your relationship with your body and abundance? In closets or storage rooms, what stored memories are you avoiding? Doors, windows? Is there anything you're blocking or resisting letting in? Make a list, write it down. You'll be surprised by what you discover. Second guided introspection exercise. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Breathe deeply. Go back to that moment you saw a cockroach. What did you feel? What were you thinking that day? What was happening in your life? This little exercise can reveal what your subconscious is trying to communicate to you. Now ask yourself, what am I avoiding facing? What aspect of my life is stuck? What change am I putting off? Allow yourself to write down everything that comes to you without filters. That's the truth. Third, frequency and synchronicity. If you see a cockroach once, it may be a gentle sign. but if they start appearing frequently, it's as if the universe is paying attention to you. This message is important. They have coincided with arguments, losses, and important decisions. Synchronicity shows you that it's not a coincidence. Fourth, keep a journal of signs. Keep a small journal where you record every time you see the date, place, emotional context, recent dreams, etc. Over time, you'll begin to see a pattern, and that pattern is the map of your transformation process. Fifth, listen to your intuition. Always know the truth. You may hesitate at first, but if you listen with your heart, you already know what it's telling you. What you see on the outside only reflects what you already know on the inside. You have the power to read the signs. Your intuition is the wisest and most direct channel you have. And now that you know how to interpret the message, it's time to take action. Let's see how you can cleanse the energy, transform the environment, and help the message fulfill its mission so it can pass on in peace. Spiritual home cleansing. Basic tools for harmonizing energy. Palo Santo incense, white sage, dried copal or rosemary, protective crystals, amethyst, black tourmaline, crystal quartz, water with sea salt placed in corners for 3 days to absorb energies. Mantras or high vibration music, 432 Hz frequencies, Tibetan chants or affirmations. Walk through your house with the incense, especially in dark corners or where you saw cockroaches. Visualize a white light cleansing everything in its path. Mentally or verbally repeat, "Thank you for the message. I have received it. Now I release this energy with love." Closing cycle ritual. Write down on a piece of paper everything you are ready to let go of: fears, emotions, habits, and beliefs. Then burn that piece of paper in a safe place. As you do so, imagine all that dense energy transforming into light. You can end with an affirmation of transformation. Today I choose to release everything that no longer represents me. Today I align myself with my evolution. Inner transformation is the root of all change. Cleaning up the outside is only part of it. True change begins within you. Cockroaches don't come to bother you. They come to push you to grow, to heal, to take responsibility for your energy. Start observing your thoughts, your emotions, your daily habits. Are they aligned with the person you want to be? Raise your frequency, meditate. Connect with nature. Breathe deeply every day. Surround yourself with people, spaces, and content that raise your vibration. Because when you transform, everything else changes too. And perhaps at that very moment, those little messengers no longer have to return. Are you ready to close that cycle? To be grateful for the message and live from awareness? Today you walked a path that very few dare to look at. You faced what bothers you, what hides, what lurks in the shadows. And you discovered that even there is light. Cockroaches are not a punishment. They are not a senseless plague. They are the living reflection of a part of you, asking to be seen, acknowledged, and transformed. And by understanding their message, by integrating their symbol, something inside you also changed. Maybe they won't magically disappear today, but I assure you, if you change, they will no longer have a reason to be there. Everything in this universe is communication. And you have just learned a new language of the soul. This video is not the end. It is a door, an invitation to continue cleansing, growing, awakening. And now that you know it, that you saw it, that you felt it, there is no turning back. Keep looking with the eyes of the soul because everything, yes, everything has a purpose,